Guys, I've got an episode today that I'm very passionate about heart health and cardiovascular health. And if you've ever wondered why is fitness and health and exercising so important, you're going to want to listen to this. So stay tuned for this minicast episode. Okay, get this. Listen up. The physiological adaptation that occurs with cardiovascular exercise causes the heart to beat more efficiently, more slowly when circulating blood, thus lowering the heart rate. So I want to put this in perspective. You've got a muscle known as the heart, which is a central muscle for life, right? For just everyday functioning, everyday health. You obviously know you can't live without your heart, but I think a lot of us lose focus. We don't understand how important the heart is, right? It's as important as the brain. It's as important as drinking water, as the air we breathe, taking care of your heart. So I want to compare today to help you understand unconditioned versus conditioned hearts, or an unconditioned individual versus a conditioned individual. And it's not just about, hey, I'm fit, look at this. But it's like, no, here is your heart as an organ, as a muscle, and you need to take care of it. And there are so many benefits and so many things you don't realize if you don't do this. So I want to help you with some knowledge, encourage you so that you take care of yourself, so that you're healthy and fit. And it's going to kind of change your life and your perspective, how you take care of yourself, your body. Let me read something that's going to help you have some a little deeper understanding. So in an unconditioned individual, stroke volume will likely be lower. This means the heart must beat more times to pump the same volume of blood, and it's pumping faster, which can over time lead to weakening of the heart muscles or even heart failure. Okay, so we've got a heart that's not as strong as it could be or should be, and it's actually having to work harder and pump faster to get the same amount of blood that you would if the heart was in a better, healthier condition. Let me give you some numbers, and this is data-based, scientific research based, and this is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. This study comes from the American Heart Association. So assuming two people are at complete rest for 24 hours, a comparison of the heart rates would look like this. So in a conditioned person who exercises on a regular basis, probably does cardio, takes care of themselves, maybe a little bit of strength training, probably just generally in shape, okay? We're looking at 60 beats per minute and 3,600 beats per hour, okay? So you take that beats per hour, 3,600 at 24 hours in a day. So we're talking beats per day, 86,400 beats per day, assuming someone's at rest. This is in a conditioned person, okay? Again, at rest, deconditioned, not in shape. This is where the numbers get absolutely wild. And I didn't realize this until I studied and became a trainer. And then you see the importance of why this all adds up, right, in health. So the same math, 80 beats per minute times 60 minutes, you got 4,800 beats per hour. That's 4,800 beats per hour, 24 hours a day. That's 115,200 beats per day. That's just in one day. You've nearly got 30,000 more beats per day than a conditioned person. So the weak heart has got way higher count of beats versus a conditioned strong heart. And that's just one day. Imagine over a lifetime, you add up 30,000 per day and then a lifetime of days lived. Depending on when, maybe your heart was not as weak or you were out of shape or unhealthy. And I don't say that as a bash, I say that as to put into perspective what your heart is going through, the work that it's having to do. So you wonder, oh, okay, all right, my heart's working harder, so what? Basically, your heart's getting weaker over time, and that time adds up. It's basically time being robbed from your future, right? So over the life of an individual, the additional work and strain on the heart of a deconditioned person can be detrimental. This is why we see heart failure, heart risk, heart attacks, things like that. So obviously nutrition and things add up to that, but also the fact that if you have lived a sedentary life, you haven't pushed your heart, or when you do something that is very strenuous, but typically you don't do anything like healthy walks or exercises, that's why you feel such a strain, it's so hard. So to summarize all of this, all these numbers and this idea is that you, by exercising, by conditioning your body and your heart, you're actually giving yourself one of the best defenses that you can health-wise for longevity, for healthy, better living. So this is what I want to stress and communicate. So many of us and many people get so caught up in like, the gym work and getting buff and all that. And I like that too. And by no means am I a huge muscular guy. That takes time, but that is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being fit, being healthy, taking care of yourself, and being conditioned. And it just starts with something simple, like going on daily walks, runs, a little bit of home exercise. And you're going to help your heart, help your body, help yourself. And again, this reaches out to people around you, your life, your friends, your family, community. You're going to live, typically speaking, without outliers. There's always life, right? But a longer, healthier life. So again, just something to think about. These numbers add up. Again, just remember 30,000 more beats per day in an unconditioned heart. That's some wild numbers. Crunch the numbers, do the math on that. That absolutely adds up. So I want to encourage you to start exercising, get better. If you're not sure where to start, reach out to me, DM, call, email, text, go on my website, alcfitnesstraining.com. Reach out and let me know what you are looking for. Talk to you next time.